Hi guys, welcome to CYC. My name's Nathan Hayes, and today we're going to just go straight into it and say I'm going to tell you to look for your tolerance rather than looking for your passion or looking for your talent. If you understand that, aces, okay? But if you want, you can let me pick it apart and make a full video out of it because it's fun. So, finding your passion's pretty bloody difficult. There's 100 different ways you can get trapped. You can just be apathetic because you don't care because you got beaten down by the world, or maybe you just have a bad motivational model, or the opportunities aren't in front of you, or you just can't see them. Whatever, it's kind of easy to get stuck, or it's depressingly easy to lose that spark sometimes for some people. Whatever. So that's one thing. Then on the talent front, talent essentially doesn't exist. There are genetic factors. You need to be 6 foot something for basketball. You need long legs for running. You need a long body for swimming, apparently. And there's mental factors as well, such as your ability to process information. So there are certain things. But your talent for soccer over Gaelic isn't necessarily one of them. What you think is talent is actually just transferable skills. You've learnt to handle the ball better in your hands than with your feet, or the opposite way around, through throwing a ball against a wall, or someone picking up stuff, like just hand-eye coordination, or whatever. You've picked it up as you were growing up, and then you've applied that to the sport that you feel you have a talent at, and that's being interpreted as talent. As natural talent. But natural talent just doesn't really exist. Like 90% of what gets you there is just hard work. It's just the slog, the grind, the boring stuff. Which is why I say, look for your tolerance. So if you feel like you are talented, keep that. Even if you now don't believe it or whatever, just say, hey, look, this piece works for me. I'm going to choose to believe it. Like all of us do about free will. If anyone has thought about free will, they've more than likely come to the conclusion that there's no such thing. But it makes you feel better and you work better if you believe there is. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that's for a different video. But so essentially, if your belief for talent is pushing you forward, hold on to it. If it is holding you back, get rid of it because it's not right. That's it. The reason I say look for your tolerance is because it works pretty much at all levels. If you have a tolerance for dealing with other people, that's pretty broad. And then you have a tolerance for dealing with people when they're stressed, or when they're on a mission, when they're going, like doing a project, or when they're just sad. You feel you can tolerate that quite easily. Or if you feel like when it comes to maths, oh man, if you can tolerate maths at all, you're probably above average, because the amount of people that say they hate maths is ridiculous. I personally kind of like it. It's why I like the statistics side of psychology. And again, that links. So we'll use myself as an example. I have a tolerance for dealing with people on a deep level. I have a terrible tolerance for small talk. It's non-existent. I apologize. But I have a good tolerance for those like difficult conversations. And then I have a tolerance for maths. And I have a tolerance for abstract ideas and extrapolating out or whatever. I know you can hear that playing, but I've stopped this video like 6 times. I'm not doing it again. Just screw it. Okay? Anyway, like if I had a giant fly squatter, I wouldn't, obviously, you know what I mean. Joke. Anyway, get back onto where I was going with that. Where was I going? If you're... Man, I actually forgot where I was going with that. Have a tolerance for people. Have a tolerance for difficult conversations. Have a tolerance for maths. Leads me to the research side of psychology, or something like that. If you are, we'll go for chef again, seems to be my favorite, and you've a tolerance for like the pressure in a kitchen of like just going really fast, but then you don't have a tolerance for the kind of repetitiveness of like an industrial kitchen, then you're looking at like a high-end kitchen where you're working your ass off, but the you're really focusing on the craft and all the rest. It's going to be expensive as all hell for the client or for the customer, whatever. But you're those kind of more artistic or creative kind of ventures in chefing. If you don't have the tolerance for the high pressure thing, maybe it's more of like a family kitchen you're looking for, something that's a bit slower paced where you get to maybe interact with people as well, if your tolerance is that. And if not, maybe you just do the accounts if you're like it works on all levels of analysis. It works on every kind of section, and there will be areas you have to do that you don't like, that you don't have a tolerance for, that you have to build up a tolerance to. But if you work off the kind of natural tolerances you have, and you get like 1, 2, maybe 3 of them all working together in this one area, you can pick up an extra tolerance or two. You can pick up like dealing with people or dealing with small talk, or you can pick up doing the accounts on a small level and then get someone else to go over it better because they're more specialized in it or something like that. We won't keep giving examples, but that's the point. Check your tolerance. So this is where doing like a personality test is interesting, but you have to know what it means. Introvert and extrovert does not mean that's your preference. It means that's where you recharge. If you are extroverted, it does not mean you like going out talking to people. It means that's where you get your energy from. It's a small difference, but it makes a difference. It's not just a want, it's kind of a need sort of thing. Okay, if you are neurotic, this means that you have like high emotional kind of frequency or variation or expression or whatever way you want to phrase it. You might be very receptive to the environment in a room. You might be very just, but obviously there's a downside because feeling is difficult sometimes. And then if you're low in neuroticism, you're like really orderly or something like that. You might be high in conscientiousness. Okay, stop using the big words, sorry. Basically, do you like order? Do you like creativity? Do you like people? Do you like isolation? Do you like playing with ideas? Do you like everything having its place and having boundaries and having a system? Do you enjoy making a system? There's a few questions to ask yourself. Then you can just go through topics. Do I enjoy maths? Do I enjoy languages? Do I enjoy science? That sort of thing. Find the one, not that you enjoy, but that you have a tolerance for. That you can kind of do a long slog of that work and just be like, yeah, I did a bit of work. Was it a good day? Nah. It was grand. It was okay. But like, I got my work done. I didn't get frazzled. I didn't go, I just can't do, like, you know, the weird kind of temper tantrum thing, but that you have as an adult where you just start procrastinating and doing the stuff you are able to do and just kind of working hard at it for 10 minutes and then taking a well-deserved break. All those things that happen when you're frustrated and you can't kind of sink your teeth into it properly. That. You will have to overcome that. I'm not saying to avoid it every time. I'm just saying if you're looking for a direction, if you're floating about and you don't know where to go, find that first. And then once you find a direction, then you find the things you have to push through. You have to find that it turns out I need to talk to people. It turns out I need to do a bit of maths. It turns out I need to expand my language. Turns out I need to be able to read more and faster and hold on to the information better or something like that. Anyway, let's stop repeating myself. That's another plane, isn't it? I swear. Anyway, so is there a point? Like, I'm finished. So, like, am I going to wait for the plane to go, or do I just kind of plow on because we're done? Like, this is the end of the video. That's the plane. But we've already waited this long. We might as well wait for the plane to go, like, you know, because we all want to hear my beautiful voice in 100% clarity. Like, you know, it's a really important part of these videos. Anyway, Blades God, I'm done. Toasty. Okay, that is it for today, guys. I will see you again tomorrow. I'm enjoying this. This is fun. Okay, so see you guys. Bye.